certainly the conference seeks to serve our student athletes. That's what we are all about. When we have this particular academic symposium, what we're bringing together are our student athletes with our faculty athletic reps and our researchers from throughout the conference. And having those three groups come together where we can not only listen to research that has already been performed, but actually interact with each other.
My favorite part was probably networking with the other student athletes, because the social aspect of athletics is probably what intrigues me the most, which is my favorite. And then we get to meet student athletes from SMU and Tulsa and track and basketball and football and soccer. And it really added to the experience because it allowed me as a student athlete to feel at home.
The consortium and the symposia that we sponsor and the research we do, it clearly supports the academic mission of our schools. It enhances that academic mission. We as a conference are proud of that. We want our schools to be highly respected academically and for the work they're doing in their communities, as well as for their athletics, and that everything helps each other.
I love all of the different topics that we're getting to talk about because I think it really shows how multifaceted student athletes are. I love how diverse the representation of programmings are, how many different student athletes are here. I think this is just a really great space to share experiences.
I've written down the stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to take this back to my university. This is something I really want us to do.
The primary focus of my presentation was making certain that the membership understands what the Office of Inclusion, Education, and Community Engagement does. So being able to talk about the phenomenal staff, the resources and services that we provide, as well as some of the events that we have. I think it's also critically important for faculty athletic reps and academics and student athletes and compliance to be in the same room, not just for the networking and the information sharing, but there's a camaraderie there. There is an understanding that what our students are going through, we all understand it, that there are resources and services and people who are there to support our students. And just having the students in the room, their energy is magical, and it helps us to remember why we do this work. They're in the room absorbing the information, sharing their experiences, so they're teaching us as much as we are sharing with them. And so that's why I think symposiums like these are critical for all of college athletics.
That was a look into the Americans Academic Consortium. However, one weekend a year isn't nearly enough to discuss ways to improve the student-athlete well-being, which is why every single campus around the country has what's called a Student-Athlete Advisory Committee. SAAC student-athletes meet regularly throughout the year to discuss ways to make change both locally on their campuses and nationally at the Division I level. Joining me now are two SAAC student athletes, also football players at Temple and Memphis, offensive lineman Wisdom Quarshie and kicker David Kemp. Wisdom, look at you first here. What does SAAC and its mission mean to you?
SAAC and its mission mean to me it's a really big role. What SAAC means to me, it's a voice for student athletes to be heard. You know, it's an opportunity for student athletes to be presented. You know, given any situation on campus or off campus, I feel as though student athletes should be heard in a very important role. And his mission to me is that student athletes should be served. And you know, as we give back to our school, I think it's important that student athletes, you know, are presented with every opportunity on and off the field or court.
David, why for you were you interested in being a part of SAAC there at Memphis?
Yeah, I got offered early when I got here, and it looked like a great opportunity to get involved with the campus. And then once I got into it, I really realized how big of a role it was. I got to meet a lot of people who have been in it for a while, and it's just a great opportunity to represent student athletes at our university and have our voices be heard and help improve student well-being and our student athlete well-being and just make our experience the most it can be.
Both of you mentioned the student-athlete voice. When you think about some of the things that you've been able to learn through SAAC, how have those leadership qualities really improved how you've been able to serve as a teammate in your locker rooms? Wisdom, we'll start with you.
It taught me how to be more aware of my surroundings when it comes to my teammates. It shows that your teammates should be more heard. Also, it allows me to be understanding and take my communication game to the next level when it comes to, you know, being a teammate and trying to hear my teammates the best I can.
David, what about for you there at Memphis?
I would say it really helped me also, you know, becoming aware with surroundings that I may not be dealing with, or like struggles that other people have on the team or within other sports that we talk about, and just helped me be able to communicate with others about that. And it just helped me kind of get more involved with my team from that aspect.
When we take a look at the student athlete voice and changes that you all are creating on your campus, one that really comes to mind, of course, in recent years is name, image, and likeness. But what else? What else are you all doing right now? What issues are you raising, either big or small, on your campuses to create change? David?
Yeah, there's a lot of things we do right now. We've been a lot more active on social media within SAAC. Right now on the football team, we have a thing called the 901 Fund. Like our area code here in Memphis is 901, and it just is kind of a way for our team to get more active in the community when it comes to our name, image, and likeness, and help you know, make money from that, rather that's helping out or on social media or just things we're doing.
Wisdom, what about you all in Philly?
Being a school in North Philly, I think it's important that we try to outreach the community around us, try to give back to the community the best we can. Also, we're focused on mental health. I feel as though mental health has been a real big conversation upcoming year or two. It's important that we are creating these safe spaces for our student athletes to reach out to people and feel safe.
You mentioned mental health, and with SAAC specifically in the American Powerful Minds is the name of that initiative. What difference has that initiative, that 1 week throughout the fall, but really carrying that forward, those messages forward, what kind of difference has that made on your campuses?
One thing that has been really big when I noticed when I got here, we had a guy come in and speak with us about student athlete mental health and all that. I had never really realized how big that was and how big of an impact it had on you know, our performance. But when I got in SAAC, it became even more of an emphasis. And now, actually, just recently, our team had kind of a counselor get on staff, and we're able to go in and speak with them anytime we want. And it's just kind of a big thing that can help our mental health, which overall leads to helping our performance.
When you think about the culture of your team, what types of things, what different types of conversations can be had that really can just overall help the feeling inside the locker room?
I would say it just comes with speaking up to each other, opening up to your teammate, the man to the left or the right of you. Just opening up yourself is very important. I don't think it's a good idea to, you know, keep yourself closed off, because, you know, us student athletes we're all going through the same thing. I think it's important that we share the same emotions, we share what we're going through with each other, because it allows us not to only get through what we're going through, but to know that others around us are going through probably the same situation as us.
It's incredible to hear that these conversations are being had and the stigma really is being broken down. Switching gears from mental health, what other initiatives, what other things are you all looking to do here this upcoming fall?
When it comes to the upcoming fall, we plan on staying together. I know after COVID year, things are rough, you know, bring everybody back along. But this upcoming fall, it's important that us student athletes stay together. You know, we help each other out, keep each other, you know, motivated and stay positive through all the adversity we go through.
David, what about for you?
No doubt, I agree with that, and you know, that has a lot to do with mental health, staying together, and being supportive for each other. And I think another aspect we're really wanting to hit is getting more involved in the community, and rather that's, you know, events we go to or things we start up, you know. But I think another thing we really want to get involved in is also more NIL opportunities for our students here at Memphis, our student athletes here at Memphis. I think that there's a lot more to be explored with that.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to join us to talk a lot about what you do off the field. We see the exciting on the field play every Saturday, but really, really great to hear all the special things that are being done off the field with SAAC. David, Wisdom, really appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.